All right, so we haven't done one of these in a while. It's time to do a Q&A here on Twitter. I'm actually recording this Q&A at 3:31 in the morning because I decided to go ahead and try to get kind of a different audience to send their questions in, more of an international flavor to this Q&A. Because I have a lot of subscribers that are, outside the U.S., but also the night owls who sleep during the day will get a chance to ask their questions. Of course, we're going to be doing this in the order that Twitter sends them to me, right? And I'll answer as many as I can here in this Q&A video. If you don't get your question answered, I apologize, but just hold on to yourself or hold on to your question for the future. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dig into these questions here about, whatever comes up. Here we go. First question from Second Step Saint. What was the first major WWE live event you ever attended? That would be Royal Rumble 1995 in the Sun Dome. Xavier Stewart says, I've got one. Have you ever done a video of Piccolo and Vegeta and why they never once fought or teamed up? Or maybe Toei Toriyama or the writing staff never thought of it throughout the years? I haven't done it because there's not really much to say. They haven't fought. I don't know why. That's it. There's not any secret conspiracy or any secret discussion on that. Doing a video about why something did not happen is not easy because you have to pretty much like have some substance to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of theory or something. And there's no theory. They just never fought. They never fought. I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, technically, when you think about it, Ten Shinhan never fought Vegeta either. So what's the point? You know what I mean? That's why I haven't done the video. Austin Kinkel, that's the Wall, brother. Hey, Wall. What is your favorite Godzilla villain? Definitely King Ghidorah. To be honest, my favorite is Mecha Ghidorah from the 80s/90s series. But that is my favorite. I also love Mecha Godzilla and I love Space Godzilla as well. I like the concept of those characters. So those are my favorites. Mecha Saiyan, do you think the Sony Disney situation would be any different if Stan Lee was still alive? Probably not, honestly. But that's a good question because I could see why somebody would think that and say, oh, well, Stan Lee has to, let's hear what he has to say. But no, I don't think so because this is corporate money. And even though Stan Lee created Spider-Man, he doesn't have the rights to the movie version of Spider-Man. That's just how it is, and it sucks. Ken Zyro, what are some good games you're looking forward to playing? Pokemon 8, Generation 8. Don't know which one I'm going to get. Sword or Shield. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Oh, God. There was other ones, too. I'm going to play Dragon Quest on Switch. Shoot. Well, those are the four that pop in my head. They're all like RPGs, I noticed. That's what I like. Hector says, can I get $1? Wasn't that the name of a Common album? His first album? Or can I borrow $1? Sayajin Navarro says, which upcoming movies are you anticipating the most? Anticipating. I want to see the new Halloween next year. I want to see some of the new MCU movies, not all of them. I kind of want to see Rise of Skywalker, even though I'm not excited for it as I should be. I do kind of want to see that. Black Christmas is coming out in December. Y'all should definitely check out Black Christmas if it's going to be like the old one. I definitely want to see that. Let me think for a minute. That movie by the guy who made Independence Day about Pearl Harbor. I forget the name of it, but I want to see that. Shoot. There's a few that I'm missing right now, and I'm trying to remember. Well, those are the ones that pop in my head. Like, it's like the Ken Zyro question. Like, I have more. I just don't remember them all right now off the top of my head. Kamyar Jim, Road of Victory. Why does it seem like you don't watch any anime like other anime YouTubers? Is it a time thing or are you not interested in many other shows? Well, I do watch other anime, but I don't watch as many as other anime YouTubers because I'm not really an anime YouTuber. I cover Dragon Ball and some other anime. I have a playlist on my channel called Anime. I have watched other stuff. Hunter x Hunter. I watched JoJo's. I'm actually going to keep watching JoJo's. My Hero Academia. I have seen other shows, but I'm not an expert in those shows, if that makes sense. Now, could I become an expert? Yeah, over time. But to be honest with you, and I've talked about this before, but probably not on YouTube, I have not been feeling well lately. I have nerve problems. I have a condition called trigeminal neuralgia. You can look it up on Google. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know this. And it's one of the most painful disorders you could possibly have. One of the most painful. maybe the most painful. It's called the suicide disease. And I'm not saying it to get sympathy here. It's the truth. And I've been going to laser therapy. I've been doing acupuncture. I've been doing all these things because this thing has no cure. I'm on new medication right now. And really that has hurt me big time because it slowed me down tremendously. That's another reason why I upload less too, is because of that. You know, I upload 3 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week now on this channel. I'm trying to get better. I have to focus on that, especially before Dragon Ball Super comes back, because when it does come back, I'm going to be working nonstop. Boom, 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 cranking out videos like before. So right now, it's kind of like my off season, even though I'm still uploading. And that's the thing. That's why. And also, I also spent some time playing video games and doing other activities, hanging out with friends. So it's watching anime is just not something that I want, that I do. I want to do it, but I just never have time. So it is a time thing. Main Logic says, when you started getting into Dragon Ball content, what was your main expectation for your YouTube channel? Did you ever think you would make it this far? Absolutely not. My original goal was the first year I started, which was in May of 2015. I wanted to hit 10,000 subs by the end of the year. That was my goal, 10,000. I wound up doing 40,000 by the end of the year. People trusted my information. They trusted my style because I wanted to be different from everybody else, and it's worked out. And I never thought I would ever do conventions or interview actors. I got to meet Horikawa, which was a dream. I have, in my opinion, the best Sean Schemmel and interview on the internet, 2-parter. There's other projects that I'm working on too, other things I want to do, but no, I never expected it to be like this. And I'm really blessed that it happened to me, like really blessed. CRT, or as they call him in AJ server, Crit. Have you picked up Kamen Rider yet? I actually have not watched any recent Kamen Riders. Last one I watched was Ryuki, like 20 years ago. And I know I would like it. I just never, again, it's like anime. I just never have time. I just don't. Absolute Boyo says, why do you think the rules of the Spirit Bomb changed in the Namek arc, not being able to hurt pure-hearted people? Goku and the gang having to avoid the destruction path of the bomb after launching it at Frieza. It didn't change. If you remember in the Saiyan saga, Gohan was able to bounce it back. So you must have forgot that very, very important scene where King Kai or Kai-Osama's like, you can bounce it back, and Gohan bounces it back because he has a pure heart. So the rules did not change. The reason why Goku and the gang wanted to avoid the path is because of the explosion. That Genki Dama, that spirit bomb on Namek, is so big that it caused a gigantic crater in the earth, and you don't want to get swept up in that. You don't want to get caught up in that and then end up like in the ground. So the spirit bomb would not have hurt him necessarily, even though I think it can hurt a little bit unless you focus. But it could have, the explosion, the debris, the shrapnel would have hurt. So there you go. What would you want the next Dragon Ball Super movie to be about? I've done a lot of videos on this with Reel to Reel. Most of them are just joke videos. I've got another one coming out soon about Baby being rebooted, and we have a lot of fun making those because they're real plots, but we always throw in some jokes and things like that. I hope y'all understand that. It's just for fun. Honestly, the next Dragon Ball Super movie, I don't know what I want it to be about. I honestly don't know. Like, there's a lot of possibilities here. People keep throwing Cooler at me and things like that. I just want it to be a good story, and I want all the characters involved. I want it to be actual universal stakes. I want there to be multiple universes involved, and I want it to be like a genuine 2-hour or 3-hour movie. I've complained about movies being too long, but with Dragon Ball, I will take a 3-hour movie. It's just that it's probably never going to happen because anime movies are rarely, if ever, that long. Majin Sir, or Sir was taken, CYR. Do you think Broly will come back in the Moro arc? I do not think Broly will come back in the Moro arc. I do think that Broly will come back in the following arc. Now, I want to say this, and I want to make it very, very clear. This is just a rumor. Please do not report this as fact. It was given to me by one source. I don't really believe it until we have an interview that confirms it, okay? Here we go. Exclusive scoop, even though it's not really a scoop. I don't know if I believe this. So that's why I haven't made a video on it. But there's been talk that Toriyama specifically told Toyotaro that not to use Broly in this arc, to leave him out. Now, again, don't know if that's true. Could be BS. Unless there's an interview with evidence, I'm not going to say it's true. So, but no matter what, there are plans for Broly going forward. We just don't know what those plans are. He could be in the Moro arc. I don't think he will be. They could be saving him for something else in the future. Mark Hailstone says thoughts on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Crazy show. I actually watched it, when I was a teenager many years ago, subtitled. Have not seen the new dub. It's I used to hate the show actually. I thought it was too pretentious, and then when I figured out what they were trying to do, I wound up liking it. But it's definitely a show that is really screwed up, really screwed up, and but it's also very thought provoking. You know what I mean? I really do like it. Godfather or Goodfellas? Easily Godfather. I'm gonna say something that's gonna, I might get heat for this, but I never lie to you guys. I feel like Goodfellas is a little bit overrated. It is a great film. It has great acting. I feel like it's a tad bit overrated though. I think there's other movies similar to it, like Casino, which are better. I think Menace to Society is better. I'm not saying it's not a great movie. I'm just saying people really put it up there with Godfather, and I think Godfather's a better movie overall. Just, better cinematography, better storytelling. But I like Goodfellas too. It's just, I don't think it's as great as everybody else does. Brian Rocha, can I make you dinner? Yes. Godzilla questions. Another one. I can't pronounce your name, bro. Extro. What's your favorite Godzilla movie besides the 1954 original, and why? Oh, jeez. Probably I mentioned it earlier. Probably Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. The Hensei one, I think it is, where he becomes Mecha Ghidorah. That's probably my favorite one. I think it is. Really like that one. Oh, Saving the Bees. Barack Obama. What's an anime that you wish received a remaster, like Hunter x Hunter? Which studio would you want to animate it? And will my wife ever come back with my kids? It's almost been a year. All right, one at a time. So, what anime should get a remaster? I think you're going to like this answer, brother. Fist of the North Star. I want to see another Fist of the North Star with modern animation. That would be great. I would love it if at some point later on they did Dragon Ball. And it's interesting because, Bardock wants me to watch JoJo's, and I have seen part 1, a little bit of part 2. JoJo's was originally not, it was originally a movie. It was like a 3-part OVA, and then there was a movie, which I think I saw. I think I saw parts of it when I was younger. And that's sort of a remake, in a way. Which studio would you want to animate it? Obviously, it's got to be, Madman. Or is it Madhouse? I always get that mixed up. No, Madhouse. Madhouse, not Madman. Madman's the Australian distributor for anime. Madhouse is my favorite. Because One Punch Man is amazing. And whatever studio does My Hero, I think is great too. So those are my choices. I just don't want it to be like Sailor Moon Crystal. I want it to be like really good. Will your wife come back with your kids? Probably not. I hate to say it. But if you keep drinking water, I'm sure you'll be fine. The Flash says, if Perfect Cell was going to come back, whether in a movie or the show, how would you bring him back story-wise? I honestly don't know. I think the idea of having like a mysterious Cell Jr. that has been in hiding for years on another planet could work. Something like that. Like, I know it's wacky and kind of dumb, but I think it could be. There was I think Mike from Laughing Stock made a video on it. And there was also I think Toyotaro did a manga page on it, but the idea of having one Cell Jr. that he made privately before the tournament happened and hid him away somewhere, like in the earth or something like that, that could work. You know what I mean? And even though the earth got blown up, when they bring the earth back, everything comes back with it. So that would be something else. It wouldn't be Cell, it would be Cell Spawn out for revenge. That's different. What do you think of the idea that they could introduce Cooler by having him be the released prisoner from Immortal's Wish? Could make a wish many deem boring, have a cool twist. They would have shown him already, I think. I think they would have shown him already. I like the idea of Cooler being somewhere else far away and Frieza finding him. So I don't think that's going to happen. Nort says, what's been your favorite or most memorable experience as a result of your YouTube success? Hosting Kamehacon, easily. Being up there and having 2,500 people chant my name before the Vegeta panel for Kamehacon 1. I will never forget that as long as I live. There was a lot of stress. I'm not doing Kamehacon 3, and a lot of it has to do with my own health and the stress that I was put under for the first 2 Kamehacons. Because you have to understand, I did a lot for those conventions, dude. I worked really hard for those cons. And there was a lot of stress. And I need a break because I went through a lot earlier this year, and I'm still going through a lot. So that part I don't miss. but being up there, like, now I understand why, like, performers, like singers and wrestlers, now I get why they're addicted to it, because it feels really nice, dude. And they chanted that, they chanted my name, and I love each and every one of you who were there. I'm feeling emotional right now thinking about it, because it was really cool, dude. I'm never gonna forget that as long as I live. Have you ever seen Fruits Basket? No, I've never seen Fruits Baskets. I know Elise Bowman, really good friend of mine, the voice of Pan. She's in there. Obviously Eric Vale. I have not seen it ever. Maybe I should. Julius Pickens, would you ever consider writing your own autobiography in the future? Love the videos. Maybe, but I don't know if my memory's good enough for that. Philosopher the Boss. What time are we at? We're at 15 minutes. Okay, I'll do a few more. Might be a dumb question, no brainer to some, but do you think Moro can beat Hakai energy? Eat Hakai energy? No, that is not a dumb question. That's a good question, brother. Maybe that's why Beerus wasn't able to intervene in the past, because if Moro eats his Hakai, then he'd be even more stronger. Well, no, I think he just said he didn't care, but I don't know if he can eat Hakai energy. I have no idea. But makes you wonder, if Goku in the manga tried to do the Hakai on Zamasu, why doesn't he try it on Moro? Maybe there is something to that. Maybe he knows it wouldn't work. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But I'm going to guess no, because it sounds like Moro eats a different kind of energy, not Hakai. But your idea could make a great twist in the manga. Who is your favorite party member in Dragon Quest XI? I love them all, but I want to hear your thoughts. Jade. Easily Jade. I love them all as well. Jade was awesome. She's actually one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise. Love Jade a lot. Real Big Chungus. Do you think there will be a match between Beerus and Moro if Vegeta's new technique doesn't work, and I get the feeling it won't? Or do you think they'll just decide to put Ultra Instinct? Neither. They'll figure out a different way to beat him, I think. I would love to see Beerus fight, but it looks like in these upcoming stories, we're just not going to see it. I've been wanting to see Beerus help out the Z team, or whatever you want to call them, the good guys, for forever, since the beginning of the character. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. He's more just he's kind of a sidekick now, who just like a side character, like a Yoda type thing. He doesn't really fight, and I want to see him fight again. I wish he would. All right, this will be the last one right here. From Violet, do you think that Broly could join the Z Warriors if he were their only hope of defeating a person trying to destroy the Earth? Absolutely, and I think it will happen. I think, not the Earth. I think it has to be a bigger threat than just the Earth. Yeah, I think that Broly will eventually work with Goku and Vegeta. I do see that happening. Anyways, thanks a lot for all you guys sending these questions. I can't answer them all because I'd be here for 3 hours. They keep coming. So I'm gonna delete this thread here in a minute on Twitter. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks again for leaving your questions. Thank you for your support for the last 4 years and continuing forward. And it means a lot to me. So I'll talk to y'all real soon, and take care of yourself and each other.